Hello everyone. On today's video I made a macrame wall hanging. I started out by using a 16-inch wide wooden rod and I used 3mm beige cord. I cut them 250 inches long and I used in total 30. So I attached them doing a lark's head knot as you can see here. And then I started out by doing square knot. I did my first row of square knot all the way until I reached the right side of the macrame. Now I'm gonna start my second row, so I'm gonna remove 2 quarts from the left side and I'm gonna do the second row of square knots. Those square knots are going to be in between the square knot you did on the first row. Now I'm gonna do my third row and I'm gonna do exactly the same. Remove 2 quarts from the left side and do the third row of square knots in between the square knots I did on the second row. And you're gonna keep repeating the same pattern. Always remove 2 quarts from the left side every time you start a new row. This is how it's gonna look when you finish with your square knots. Now you're gonna take your last or your first row to your left and we are gonna do a half hitch knot, doing them diagonally all the way down till I reach the end. This is how it looks when I finish my half hitch knot. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 4 cords and I'm going to do square knots and I'm going to do them going down. So I'm going to make 4 complete square knots and it's going to look pretty much like a chain. This is how it looks when I finish doing 4 square knots. Now I'm gonna take the 2 cords at the bottom, the ones that are in the center. I'm gonna pull them through the in between the 4 cords at the top, just where you begin or where I begin the square knot, and I'm gonna pull those cords through. Once you pull that through, you're gonna see that you're gonna have like a little ball. And this is forming the berry knot. I finished pulling all those cords through, so now to close the berry knot I'm gonna do 1 complete square knot. Now I'm going to repeat the same process. I'm going to take the 4 cords to my right and I'm going to do 4 square knots going down and pull the 2 cords at the bottom, pull them through the bit in between the 4 cords at the top, and then complete the berry knot doing 1 square knot, and then take the next 4 cords and repeat the same process. And here are all the berry knots completed. Now I'm gonna take the left cord and I'm gonna do again the diagonally half hitch knot. So now I'm going to remove 2 quarts from the left, take the next 4 quarts, and I'm going to do square knot. I am going to repeat the same process I did at the beginning, but I'm going to do it upside down. On this part, when you start doing your square knot, as you can see, I removed 2 quarts from the left and then I did my first square knot. And when I started the second row, I used those 2 quarts on the left. So every time you do a square knot or a row of square knot, the pattern is remove 2 quarts from the left and do a square knot, and then when you go to the row below, use all the quarts. Now I'm going to take the left cord and I'm going to cross it all the way to the right, and I'm going to take each cord and do a double half hitch knot. Now I'm going to take each cord and I'm going to do barrel knots. Maybe I'll do 2 or 3 in each cord. Guys, hope you like this video. Remember to subscribe and give it a thumbs up. Be safe, everyone.